There we go. Hopefully that's better. Um, Good evening, welcome to another Stitch and Bitch stream. Apologies for not being here on Tuesday. Let me just make sure I'm not muted. I shouldn't be. I can see Pleasant Valley Picker in the chat already. Hello, Pleasant Valley. Um, yeah, so I missed Tuesday evening stream. No real good reason, if I'm honest. I just needed to dye my hair. And Zahir was wanting to stream anyway, so I was like, well, you may as well stream because I want to get on and dye my hair. So yeah, so that's the only reason I wasn't here on Tuesday. Otherwise, I would have been. Evening to Monumental as well. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so I am back to crocheting this tie. It is. I haven't done much crochet this week. Like barely any. I've sat down and done a few rows before I came on because I was trying to get used to the pattern again. Because I know I have stopped it because I've been working on like this star cushion. So Monumental says I can hear you fine. That's great because normally I start the streams with my mic muted, so I can be sitting here chatting to myself and no one can hear me, which is awesome. It's exactly what you want to start the stream doing. So yeah, like I said, I've done very little crochet, but I've been working on like this star cushion that I started, and I think when the tie kind of beat me, I think it was a couple of streams back, I ended up crocheting the star cushion. So that's what I've been working on at the moment. I'm really missing knitting, so I need to get a knitting project going because I really, really am desperately missing knitting. So I need to kind of get onto that as soon as possible. And yeah, so that is it really. Other than working, I've been working quite a lot actually. We've got sickness at work, so I've been working quite a lot. Other than that, I've just been chilling out really. I'm going to get on and start this off straight away. I'm on a row where I may stop talking at some point because it's one where it's doing the pattern, so I do apologise if that does happen. I will try and pop into the chat as much as possible. Pleasant Valley says Z has Fortnite fever again. He does. He is loving Fortnite. He's trying to keep the streams pretty regular, but at shorter times. I know he was on a bit this afternoon. I wasn't around. I went for a sleep. I needed a sleep. We went out this morning, and it was quite eventful. I wasn't sure whether to talk about it on stream, but we went for a walk up at Beacon Fell, which is it's kind of like a really woody, kind of hilly walk. You can go up there with the dog, and it's just a really nice place to walk. And we've been up there a few times, but we chose to go today and have a picnic with the plan was to have a picnic with the girls, take Alf for a walk up there. And we were there no longer than 10 minutes, and our eldest daughter, she fell over, and it was a really, really hard fall, which meant that she actually ended up fainting. So she's fine. We chose to kind of cancel the day out and come back home because she wasn't feeling quite right, and we were in two minds about going and getting her checked out at the hospital, but she recovered like really quickly. So she was only out and she didn't fully go out. It was like her eyes were still open, and she came round within like a couple of seconds. She sat down for about 10 minutes. She said her head was still hurting, so we were like, right, come on, let's get you home and we can kind of check on you then. But it was really, really stressful, because although I've had a bit of training in first aid due to my previous job and working at the surgery, when it's your daughter having the funny turn, it's not a great feeling. So she's okay. She's absolutely fine now. She's she was playing The Sims earlier, and she's gone off to play with her sister now. So she's absolutely feeling fine in herself. But it was such a heavy fall that it caused her to faint. Which is, it's one of those things. But we were quite stressed out by it. Zahir was streaming earlier. I don't know whether he mentioned it on his stream, but it was quite stressful to uh, to see. But yeah, if we, it would have been a really nice day out. But it's one of those things that um, that happen, unfortunately. So she is. She's absolutely fine. We're like worried like anything. We've been like sitting there at like every half an hour checking on her and going, "Are you okay? Are you fine?" But yeah, Pleasant Valley says, oh, bear with me, let me get onto the chat. That tie looks wide. It does look wide, Pleasant Valley. The whole idea with this tie is the pattern is going to be the thing that shows, because these edges are going to actually be folded in, and you're meant to line it with some ribbon. So it's actually going to be a lot thinner once it's done, once it's finished. Because I thought that as well. I was like, why is this coming out so wide? And it is because with this you're going to be folding the edges over and back in it. What are you knitting today? It's actually crochet monumental, so I am actually crocheting a tie. But yeah, so it's coming along nicely. Actually, I'm really happy. I think I've only done, what did I do this afternoon? Was it from about here? So I only covered about just a few rows actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did about 6 rows this afternoon just to kind of get a little bit of practice before starting. So sorry, I've got a cough. I'll mute myself next time if that happens. Sorry. Yeah. So that was it today. So that was really. It's quite scary, I suppose, today. Bit stressed. Wasn't sure about coming on, but I thought, no, I best not miss another stream. So I came on anyway. But my brain is really probably not here. If I'm honest, it really isn't. My head is elsewhere today, but we are going to try and carry on as much as we can, because I really don't want to miss another stream, if I'm honest. But yeah. 1, 2 there, and then 1, 2, and then go in there. So I'm just making sure we're putting the bobbles in the right place. Oh, well, thank you, Money Mentor. Yeah, it's just it's really tough when you see it when it's your own child that you're dealing with. But she's good. She's fine. She's absolutely fine. She's off playing with her sister, like I said, and if we do need to go and get her checked out, we'll get her checked out at the doctor on Tuesday when they're back open again. But I think it was just the shock of the fall. From what I can tell anyway, I think it was just the shock. And not that you should be doing this, because I work in a reception and you shouldn't do this at all. But I did Zahir did Google it, and it's actually quite normal for people that have falls to actually faint after them, just purely down to shock. So that is what we think it is. So just as a warning, don't Google your symptoms when you come up with a number of things. Like, we get it at the surgery, and we always say to them, don't Google it. If you have concerns, just ring us rather than Googling, because Googling will give you like the worst case of everything. Like, you Google, I've got a sniffle, and it's like it'll give you worst case. Oh, come on. This is being such a pain. Just go through the loop. There we go. And then just do the 2 chain there. And then we got to do another 2 chain, isn't it, here? 1, 2, and then just do those. Yeah, so I'm really happy with the progress of this tie, actually. I mean, like you said, Pleasant Valley, it does look a bit wide, but it is going to be folded over on the edges, and it's going to be backed with a bit of ribbon, which actually I might need to order soon, because I want to try and match this colour, because I want it to kind of, I don't want it to have a dark colour underneath. I want it kind of pretty light, so I might have to start looking around for that. I will see what websites I've got saved and have a look at a few of what they have. So we are at number 4. There we go. Good evening, Antoinette. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm just going to try and get my chat back up 1 moment. There we go. Let me just go there. There we go. It always moves. Yeah, I've Pleasant Valley. There's been sickness at work, and like Monday night, I stayed an extra hour to help out because they had no one to cover. I started it. Like, I got to work about 7:45 in the morning. I didn't finish till 6 in the evening on the Monday, and then yeah, I've just been picking up. You know, just making sure like it's been okay. I had to lock up yesterday and on Thursday, and then Thursday we were out late because well, one, someone left the tap on at work, and water went all over the floor, which was great. So I had to clean that up before leaving, and then one of the doctors was staying on as well, so I had to kind of stay to lock up because the doctor had a busy day. So I was like, well, it's alright, I'll stay and lock up for her. So I didn't get out until I think 7 o'clock on Thursday night, which happens quite regularly. It's just one of those things. If the doctor's had a busy day and they need to finish off their paperwork at the end of the clinic, then I have to stay. So it's just one of those things that can't be helped sometimes. I never seem to leave on time, never. Like Zahir comes and picks me up, and it's just I'm always late out. What seems to be late out. I'm hoping my picture is okay, because I'm noticing on my playback it keeps going, so I'm hoping that's not happening on stream. Do let me know if there are any cutouts or anything, because it keeps going on my screen, but I'm hoping it's not affecting what you guys are seeing. You're making great progress, Becks. Thank you. I haven't worked too much on this, actually. If I'm completely honest, like I said, I sat down this afternoon. Yeah, it keeps telling me I'm going offline. I'm hoping it's not. I knew I should have restarted my computer before thinging. I wonder if it's because I've got that plugged in. Hang on, let me just unplug something from my computer. There we go. Hopefully it's not going offline, but it keeps going. Yeah, so it's just one of those, hoping for a better week. I mean, obviously it's bank holiday Monday, so I'm not in on Monday. Probably going to try and have some time out at home, but I don't know whether we're going to pop into the office on Monday, because we had the power cut on Tuesday this week. We kind of missed out of me being there, so I'm like, we could make up some hours on Monday morning, and get the post done, and if I can do a bit of listing on Monday morning, kind of get that out of the way, and then have the rest of the day for ourselves. But it really does depend, because it looks like the best day here for us weather-wise for a boot sale is going to be Monday, so we could end up just going out to the boot sale Monday instead, because tomorrow looks like it's going to be heavy rain right at the point where boot sales are starting to get up and running. It's going to be heavy rain, and then it clears up about 10-11, so it's like we're having a look and seeing what they're what they're saying and whether they're going to be opening up, but it's like whether it's worth it if not many sellers end up turning up. So it's just one of those, really. So hopefully we'll get a decent car boot on Monday, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And that thing is really frustrating me because it just keeps telling me I'm offline, which is not good. Um, Let me have a look, Dave. And thank you for popping in. Let me have a look. I don't think it does drop frames. No, it's saying no drop frames, Dave. No, no drop frames. But thank you for popping in. Don't you get sick by overworking, Beck? Make sure you get some rest time. Generally, I don't get sick. If I'm completely honest, there's been a handful of times through my life that I've been like really, really ill. And it's quite literally a handful. So no, I don't tend to get sick. Although I do get stressed, I don't tend to get sick. And so, like for me, if I don't feel sick, I'm going to continue to go into work. It's just that's what makes sense in my head. And Zahir says I don't do myself any favors, even though I'm getting stressed by it all, and the pressure of work kind of mounts up. But yeah, I don't tend to get sick. And water over the floor. It was messy. It was really messy. I was so not happy. I was just about to swear. I was so not happy about it. I text my practice manager to let her know. I said because I don't want someone to go in the morning and think there's been a leak. I said because the carpet's still wet. So that she was made aware of it, so she knew that if she got a phone call in the morning saying, "Oh, we've had a leak," she could go, "No, actually, I know what it's about." So don't call maintenance out. Will Z join us today? I missed his Fortnite stream. He must have been on early. He was on very early. I think he went on at about 1 o'clock this afternoon, our time. So I think for you, Pleasant Valley, that would probably be about 6 or 7 in the evening, in the morning for you. So he was like pretty. He was on pretty early. I don't. He did mutter something about maybe going on a bit later today. I don't know whether he will or not because the Solo World Cup is on this weekend for Fortnite. We were just watching the Europe ones. Is it Lawyer on Twitch? I was watching her stream before I came up here, and yeah, so we might be ending up watching that instead. So I don't know if we will end up streaming again. DBG has popped in and she said, "Hi, Beck. Just sat with my first cup of tea since this morning. It was fate. I hope you're well." No, we're all good here. Thank you for popping in, DBG. Oh, the weather's bad and not overcast and gloomy. Yeah. So it is. I just withdrawn to Monday might work. Yeah, Monday looks like the best day for us. So we'll keep an eye on it because I did say to the hill, like it's meant to be like heavy rain as well, so not like just a drizzle. Otherwise, normally we would just go, but it's actually forecast that it's meant to be heavy rain. So it's like, what's the point? Rest time is always good, Bex. Yeah, I know. I really need to book some holiday from work. Not that I would probably use the holiday for anything other than going into the office and working with Zahir and doing that eBay stuff, but I do need a break from trying to juggle both things. But yeah. You look fine this end, but oh, well, that's good. I'm glad the stream's okay. Yes, I do get overtime pay. I get paid time and a half when I do any overtime. The overtime is actually pretty good. You could do a cursing stream back. That would be fun. It wouldn't. I've got quite variety of words that I use, and I'm not sure I want people to know what kind of language I use it sometimes. It's particularly if I'm stressed or upset. It's not pretty. It's really not pretty. So I would prefer not to. So we are doing the two here, aren't we? So one, two. I haven't done this the wrong way round, have I? Oh no. Hang on. Where am I? Oh, I know where I am. I'm doing like straight forward. No, so I nearly did that wrong. I was like, why am I doing that? Because that's not the pattern. I've got to do like the two straight ones without the pattern now. Yeah, Lawyer, yeah, she is a bit weird, but I really, really enjoy her streams though. I really do. Um, yeah, yeah, but I think the thing is, I find her very watchable. I know you say her streams are exactly the same for like 10 hours a day. I find them really, really watchable. I don't know why. I think I just like her. I think I just like her as a streamer. Okay, so but yeah, hopefully she's doing okay in like the World Cup. Not like fantastic. Her end game is I think where she struggles the most because well, she was saying she hasn't had much practice of it, particularly with like the amount of people that's still alive on the in the final circles when it's all moving around. So she's quite often dying at that point. But yeah, I've been enjoying watching her stream today. And Dave said he needs to book a van. What do you need to book a van for? Oh, it's 5 a.m. when Z was on. I like chatting with Z, but God can sleep too. I can understand that. My overtime kicks in after 10 hours of overtime. Yeah, our overtime's pretty decent actually. On bank holidays, if we do a bank holiday, it is double time. And then if we do overtime, it's time and a half. But yeah, I mean, I try not to get into doing a lot of overtime for work because I am limited with my time. So I only do it when I really, really am needed to. But there's always overtime going on at work. Like, there's always a shift to cover or a Saturday to cover or an evening to cover. There's always something coming up at work. So I do try and limit it only when they really, really need it. And the only reason I offered to do the Monday was because my supervisor had been in from 7:30 and I was the last one to come in, and I just said to her, look, it's only fair. You started at 7:30. I was there at like 10 to 8. I said, so it's only fair that you kind of go. Which she was kind of grateful for. She said, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I said, it's not fair for you. It's fall to you all the time. So, so I was fine with doing it. Yep, just that one there. I just pop it through there. And we are good, hopefully. Yeah, we are. Okay, so we are in another row of pattern. Time and a half, well, at least that helps the budget. Yeah, it does. Will a real bag stand out? No. Now I really want a cursing string. No, you're not getting one. Really, Lawyer, I'm a huge Loser Fruit fan. And the Click House, she's done so well and is actually funny for an Aussie. Oh, okay, I haven't heard of those. I will go and check them out because even though I don't play Fortnite, I really do enjoy watching the streams of it. Um, so yeah. Good evening, Margaret. Thank you for joining us. Oh, okay. Is that what you needed the van for? Retro Rivals in Warsaw a few weeks' time. Okay. 8 hour time difference. Oh, yeah. I need to remember that. 8 hours. That is a bit of a time difference, isn't it? Yeah, I think he started the stream at about 1 o'clock. We need to do another one of those rows. And there we go. See, I'm trying to keep up with the chat as well this evening. I've just realised my hands are like way here. I need to keep them over here really. Or I might just try and move the camera. I'll play around with the camera when I'm off stream and see if I can get a better angle, because I need to be comfortable when I'm doing this. It's set up for when I'm doing my knitting, so it feels like I should be here, but I might have to move it along a little bit so that I can actually have it more centered. Because it's got the wire on it, so it can definitely move from where it is, and then that way it's actually more center. It's like more in frame, and that would be good. It's better to have it in frame than not. Absolutely. Twitch loser fruit. Okay. So many Fortnite streamers. She's more Fortnite creative. Oh, okay. There is a time difference between me and Beck. Would take me at least 3 to 4 hours to get there. Yeah, it's a bit of a trek. It is. We're kind of like, yeah. Well, we're northwest, aren't we? So we're just quite far up. I mean, we have been talking about moving back down south. I think Zahir's mentioned it, that we've been missing family and things. Not sure though, because we do like the lifestyle up here, but we just miss the family. And it's really, really tough when you miss family. So we have been talking about it. I mean, if we did move back, it wouldn't be for a few years anyway, because I want Zara to finish her school up here, because the school up here is really good. I really like it. So I definitely want her to finish school here, and she's got, when she goes into year 10 this September, so she's still got 2 years at school. And Hannah is just finishing, and she's going to be hopefully going off to college once she finishes her GCSEs. So yeah, we're not looking at any time soon if we do, and we've just committed to the office as well. So there's things that we've got going on that mean that really it doesn't make any sense whatsoever to make a move right now. But it's definitely something that we need to kind of address when it comes down to the family. Yeah. Kitty Plays is also someone I followed a lot, and she's a Canadian too. Oh, okay. I was in a stream once and asked her would she consider doing TV, and then tweeted the Fortnite team that do the streams. About a month later, she was presenting them. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Must be Fortnite players in almost every place with internet global fan base. Yeah, Fortnite is really good. Yeah, Dave says don't mess with the kids' education now. It's important, and you're saying the same. Yeah, exactly. Right now, it just doesn't make sense. So we won't even like think about it right now. Like, well, although we've talked about it, it's something that we've both said. Well, no, not while the kids are finishing off their school. There's no way we would do it. But it's definitely something we may have to look at once they finish school, and maybe when they're starting to think about university and where they want to go. I mean, we've got some really good university. Well, we've got a really good university up here as well. So there is. Oops, I'm doing this wrong. There's Lancaster University, which is quite literally 20 minutes down the road. So there is a good university in the area, and then we've got I'm sure Preston has got a university in it. I know it's got like a really big college, but I'm sure it's got a university as well. So there are some good, there's some good points to staying up here for their education as well. So I'm not so sure about doing a move just yet. To chain 2. So, am I? Oh, I've marked too many rows. Oh well. I'm gonna just have to deal with it. So 1, 2 goes in there. So yeah, we wouldn't do anything right now, not to mess with their education. It would just be a silly move. We just have to work on our families, really. Maybe get them to come up and visit a little bit more often. Or just get them to come up and visit. My parents, because it's nearly 3 years that we've been up here, my parents have come up once, and so his parents haven't been up at all. And we might just need to kind of just keep saying to them, look, just come up. And because initially when we first moved up here, we kept saying to them, oh, come up and stay. And they kept saying, yeah, we will. And then all of a sudden, we just after a certain amount of time, you stop asking because they haven't done it, and it's always mentioned every time we go down there. They're like, oh yeah, we really want to come up and see where you live and stuff like that. And it's just like, well, yeah, but you're not coming, So it does get a bit. Yeah, so Money Rental says Preston has UCAN campus. Yeah, I thought it did. It's got like it's really massive. Wouldn't moving south be a huge hit to your budget? Yes, it would, and it would also mean I would have to keep within a job for longer because I'd probably have to go into full-time work down south as well. So, but that's not much difference to what I've got here now anyway. So yeah, it would impact the finances massively. Beck, where are you? Do they talk about HS2 high-speed rail? It should be finished one day, but it goes through Preston. Yeah, Preston's really close to us. We're like 20-minute drive from Preston, so yeah, lots to consider. Are Northern University less expensive? I'm not sure. Actually. I haven't looked into that because the kids aren't at that age where they're even looking at universities. I mean, Hannah wants to go to college first. I think she wants to do her A levels, and then she will be possibly looking at universities if she wants to go. I'm not going to force her to go if she doesn't want to go. If she decides that she doesn't want to go to university, that's absolutely fine with us. So, but yeah, it's it won't be 2026 at this, right? I know, my mistake, reading the map wrong. How many miles away are the family? They are, well, is it 230 miles, I think. It takes us 4.5, well, actually it's probably closer to 5.5 hours because we do stop-offs, because obviously it's a long journey. So yeah, approximately about 5.5 hours it takes us to get to see them. So it's not straightforward. It's not a straightforward drive. And Zahir is always the one that's driving on that journey. He does all of the motorway driving because I still don't like getting in the car and driving it, which is a shame because I used to love driving. Well, I wouldn't say love it. I used to enjoy it, and it gave me that sort of freedom to be able to just, like, I used to drop the kids off to school and things like that, to help out when I was on my days off. One, two. Okay, we need to go through there. And slip that stitch. There we go. I think I took that the wrong way. Oh dear. Hopefully it won't affect anything. But yeah. Are we doing one more? 3. And then 1, 2 goes in there. There we go. In there. Oops. And then I've got to do a chain of 2, 1, 2, and then miss those 2, and then no, yeah, miss those 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. So I thought for a moment there I had messed up, but looking at it, it was just my stitches weren't looking like they were meant to be where they were. And I need to go through there. Okay, so that's that one, and then I need to do another row of the pattern, so I need a chain of 3, so 1, 2, 3, and there we go. No, I don't. I don't need a chain of 3. I don't need a chain of 3. I need a chain of 1. There we go. And then I need to do the double knit thingy, double crochet. So, see, this is how I mess up, by thinking I'm on a row that I'm not. Accommodation and Northern University is cheaper, education costs are the same. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If she ends up going to a university around us, she won't actually have to have the accommodation, because either way, if she goes to Preston, it's a 20-25 minute drive. If she goes to Lancaster, it's the same. It's about 20-25. I think it's 20 minutes actually. I think Lancaster is actually closer to us. So yeah, so she wouldn't have to worry about the accommodation really, unless she decided that she wanted to leave home, but I don't think she will. High-speed train would be handy. Yeah, it would. Travel times in UK seem pretty tiny compared to Canada. Yeah, they probably are. They feel really long though, but that's because we're not used to that sort of, you know, like the long distance travel. Yeah, I think here it's, you know, like we used to think we used to travel far when we used to go to our boots house down south, and we were like having to travel for like 45 minutes for them, because they were the ones that we felt were the best ones. We could have gone to ones closer, but we liked certain ones, so we used to travel about 45 minutes to boots house down south, and that felt like it was long for a boots house. But to be fair, up here we're doing like 30. If we go to the like Norcross, I think it's about a 30-minute journey, and then we've got Billsborough, which is closer. That's only like a 10-15 minutes from us, which we like that one on a Sunday. But yeah. probably gone through the wrong bit there. That's probably why that was difficult to go through. I hope not. It looks like it was meant to be there, so. Friends and family rail cards might work. 1/3 off rail fares and 60% off kids' fares. Only £30 a year. Up to 4 adults when travelling. With up to 4 children aged between 5 and 15. Okay. Yeah, when we go down south, we do like taking the car. But we have talked about getting a train because we could get the train from Preston and get to Euston. And that journey takes about 2.5 hours, I think. So when you think about it, that's not that terrible. But it is expensive. When we last looked, because we have thought about not taking the car. Because when we're down there, like the transport down south is a lot different. Like with like the buses and tubes and stuff like that. So transport wise, it's not bad at all. But yeah, it's just 2, 3, 4. And then we're going for the row of pattern, aren't we? I think I messed up somewhere. You know that. I think I missed a row. I may not have done. No, I didn't. What am I talking about? I didn't. Oh, just ignore me. I'm making stuff up now, thinking I've missed rows and stuff. It would take you at least 4 or 5 days to drive across Canada. Norcross, my former office. Yeah, Norcross is pretty cool. And Zahir's popped into the chat as well. It's tiredness also. Oh, what with the driving? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. There is many ways, and not forgetting that your car falls to bits. Yeah, exactly. It's putting a lot of strain on our car, definitely. With doing those sort of journeys, it is something that we think about. We have got like road cover, so just in case something happens, at least we can kind of have someone come out to us. But yeah, I you do worry about the car in all of it as well, because it's like, it's an old car. It's not going to last us forever, and if we keep doing that sort of mileage in it, it's definitely going to age sooner rather than later. It's already got all kinds of lights flashing on its dashboard. That I will say we have had checked out. We don't just leave them on. We do get them checked out. We believe one of them is a sensor that's gone 40. But yeah. Oops. Let's see if I can get that through there. No, you're not going to. Okay, 1 second. Let me just get my grip. Oh, evening, George. Thank you for popping in. Wow, loving the camera setup. Zahir did it. Any technology thing, Zahir did. But thank you. just pour that through there. So I hate getting behind in the chat. I like to keep up, just so that I can 1, 2, 3 in there, and 1, 2. Come on, don't be silly. And then we're going to go into that one there. Hold that there. So it's that one there. So you have to go through these at a certain point. So it's like having to count and make sure you're going in the right place. PvP, yeah, I don't think it's that high tech. It's just 2 webcams, but it's so you're obviously picking me up from my mic on my headset, so I have to make sure the sound's turned off on both of those, so like the mics are set up, and then it's like within like OBS you have to kind of layer it how you want it, because you have to choose which webcam you want to as the larger screen and then which one you want on the smaller screen. I'm not very technical. That's my simple way of explaining how it was set up. I probably could attempt to do it, but I wouldn't like to think. Yeah, I have kind of had to do it on because I use, is it Streamlabs OBS. That's what I use to do this. So and I have had to set up like the like another one, like a separate one from this one, for when I want like my full screen basically, like a different way around and turning that camera off and all of that. So I've had to do that. Oh no, I thought I didn't have enough stitches. I thought, hang on, I haven't done a chain of 3, but I have. I'm doubting myself all the time, man. Can't be doing that. It's because I've been talking as well, so I'm kind of very aware that I make mistakes when I'm talking. Because I used to do that quite a lot with the knitting. I'd get off stream and then I'd go, oh my goodness, I've done that wrong. And it's okay if it's a mistake that really doesn't matter. But when you're doing something like this, where you're actually trying to line up, like the stitches. So this stitch here is like a popcorn stitch, and when you're trying to make sure that it's always falling on roughly around the same point, it's like it's a pain if you kind of mess up like that, because yeah, okay, you can unravel and you can redo it. It's just such a waste of time doing it like that, though. I'd prefer to just, get better at not making mistakes. That would be the ultimate. Really. That would be really what you want to do. Like, not make the mistake in the first place would be good. Let's just go through there, and then got to do the double. Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's it. That is the important thing. Yep. Yeah, there are different scenes on there. Yeah. Mhm. It is. That's how you do it. Yeah. I mean, I downloaded like the like the little box, and there's other bits and pieces that came with it, but I ended up turning those off and just left like the box with like the two cameras. So yeah, you do have to set up scenes. That is the way you do it. But it's about making sure you've got the right camera doing what you want it to do. So that's all. Okay, so we are just going to do a chain of one, turn, and then do our doubles. um, Pleasant Valley is not going to be that long. It is meant to. They've told in the pattern it tells you to do it to 18 inches or whatever length you require. So I am going to do. I don't know. I'll have a look and see how long I need to get it really, but it's not going to be as long as the scarf. The scarf was like massive, and it's really nice. It's really nice and chunky. I love the scarf. But yeah, it's not going to be as long as the scarf, because I wanted it a particular way. That's why the scarf ended up being so long. Because it probably could have been shorter if I didn't want to wrap it as much as I wanted to wrap it. So that is, yeah, but it's not going to be that long. No, it's not going to be like a scarf where it's like going on 10 of these stitch and bitches. It's not going to be that bad. Like I said, I'm hoping to get onto a new project soon, and I'm hoping to get back to the knitting, so I might actually do a bit more of this off stream, because that worked well when I was doing the jumper, and I really do prefer. I've gone through the wrong place. I really do prefer knitting to crochet. It's just crochet. It's got some really nice stitches, like patterns and things like that that you can do. But for me, knitting I've been doing far longer than crochet, and I'm just really comfortable with knitting. Yeah, I need to do that. So that is it really. I want to get back to knitting as soon as possible. Okay, so we are, yeah, I'm only going to be on for an hour. Have I twisted that stitch? How on earth did I do that? How did I do that? That looks twisted. I don't think it's going to matter, to be quite honest, but it did look a bit twisted there. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I just pulled it a little bit too tight. Maybe it's not twisted at all, because that one didn't seem. I'm not going to worry about it. I managed to do the stitch that I needed to do, so it's probably not going to matter. And this thing on my screen is really annoying me, because it keeps telling me I'm going offline, and it keeps flashing right in the corner of my eye, and I'm just like, okay, that's annoying. But looking at it, again, it's still showing no drop frame, so it's got to be fine. Not that I really know what I'm talking about, but I've got the figures down there that say there's no drop frame, so we are gonna go with that. Okay, and then Pleasant Valley said, by the way, I remember you saying that Pink was your favourite singer. I checked out some of her videos, and she is a good singer. Yeah, Pink is awesome. I absolutely love Pink. I have actually seen her twice. Once at Hyde Park when she went to. It, it was called the Wireless Festival. I don't think they call it the Wireless Festival anymore. I think they call it something different. It's a 3 day festival, and and she was headlining. What was it, the Friday? I think it was the Friday, and we went and saw her there. And then we have actually seen her in, was it the O2, on her Truth About Love tour. And she's so awesome. Absolutely love her. And I think it's kind of rubbed off on the girls because they always listen to her as well now. They always, okay, Hannah especially, she's always got her headphones in and with Pink on. So yeah, but she's really good. I love her. Yeah, I am doing that right. I was like, am I meant to be doing it? And I was like, no, I've done that row already. Yeah, but she is so cool. I love her music. Oh, okay, cool. Pleasant Valley. I'll have to check her out. But yeah, it's. She's always got her headphones in because her parents are always vlogging. No, she's like um she's always listening to music, or she reads a lot of fan fiction actually. So she likes anime quite a lot, and so she likes reading what other people create, and so she does a lot of that as well. She has that on her phone. I think she just likes the peace and quiet sometimes of just sticking headphones in. And she might actually have her headphones in and not be listening to anything but reading fan fiction as well. So, yeah. Okay, so Biff Naked is a bit more punk, but still a real good singer and songwriter. Oh, cool. I think I'm going to have to check her out. Um, I like a few Pink songs. There you go. Most Girls, Family Portrait has some deep lyrics. I'm not ashamed to say. That's from Alia. Thank you for popping in this evening, Alia. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I, I didn't always like some of her earlier stuff, because it was, you know, although I do like R&B, it was a bit more R&B, kind of style. And there was one album that I really, I wasn't too keen on. I can't remember what album it's called because I don't listen to it. Um, but I completely gave that one a miss because I didn't enjoy that one. But apart from that, but it was like in her early days really. Um, but yeah, she's really, I really enjoy her music. Okay, so I'm just gonna get to the end of this row, and then I'm gonna stop streaming because I only come on for an hour to do this. Um, and I want to try and de-stress after the day, and like the morning we had today. So I am going to try and de-stress and chill out for the evening, I think. Um, but yeah, I'm happy with the progress. It's actually coming along like really quickly on the tie. Um, if I can show you, uh, is that in screen? Yeah. So that's how much I've actually managed to do. is it come this way, and then you can actually see, because then I can push it that way. So progress is going really well on the tie. I think I'm really happy with it overall. Like I said, it's not actually going to be this wide. It looks really wide at the moment, but that's because it is going to be folded over and then backed with a ribbon. So that is it. And lots of videos on good old Juju. Cool. I love Pink. Her Misunderstood album is my favourite. Yeah, I think Misunderstood is a really, really good album. I really like that. I think Truth About Love is another one of my favourites, and I can't remember the other one. There's another one that I really like as well. But yeah, anyway, like I said, I am gonna go. I'm gonna try and de-stress and go and chill out for the evening. I don't know whether Zahir's gonna go and stream later. If he doesn't, it's probably because we're going to end up watching Fortnite. Some of the other streams. So yes, hopefully the stream's been okay. It keeps saying that I keep going offline. I know I keep mentioning it, but it just frustrates me when I can see it on my screen saying that it's going offline and it hasn't. So hopefully it's been okay. I will try and have a look and make sure there's been no problems with it on playback. And thank you to everyone that's joined me this evening. I will hopefully see you on Tuesday evening, as long as nothing comes up on Tuesday. So hopefully be back at 7:30 on Tuesday evening with some more crochet, and hopefully I'll be a lot further along in this tie. You never know, I might actually finish it soon. I know I'm not going to finish it like soon, but it will be sooner than the scarf anyway. But yeah, anyway, bye bye everyone.